أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله فمن حج البيت أو اعتمر فلا جناح عليه أن يطوف بهما ومن تطوع خيرا فإن الله شاكر عليم وقال تعالى وأتموا الحج والعمرة لله وقال تعالى ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا. In a narration of Bukhari and Muslim, Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu reports that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, performing Umrah is a means of forgiveness for all the sins committed between this Umrah and the previous Umrah. Sadaqallah al-Azim wa Rasuluhu al-Kareem.
All right, assalamu alaikum everyone, and I would like to welcome everyone to the short seminar. The main purpose of this seminar is to cover information on what we need to do and what we need to know by the time you reach Medina al Munawwara, inshallah. So I want to just start off with a couple of links I shared earlier today on Itamarna and Tawakkalna. So these two links, please make sure you download both of these applications. And I want to just mention you will not be able to register these applications. So there is a procedure for it. And the first thing we need to do is we need to activate Tawakkalna. And you cannot activate Tawakkalna till you cross immigration. So once you reach Saudi Arabia, you cross immigration, you can activate your Tawakkalna. And to activate Itamarna, you need to get a local Saudi SIM card. This is very important. This is why we have been emphasizing on carrying a unlock phone. So make sure you have a unlock phone with you so you can use it for a local Saudi SIM card. And inshallah, from there, you can go ahead and activate these applications. We will be assisting you throughout the way for both of these things. And I do want to explain a little bit about both of the apps. So I want to start off with Tawakkalna since the order starts off with Tawakkalna. This is something kind of like we have even for New York, like the Elixir app, which shows your vaccination status. And for that, there is a procedure which we will be taking care of on our side. We will be doing your arrival registration, which will be linked with your Tawakkalna app. So when you do go ahead and put in your passport information, it will go ahead and pull up when you go for it. So it will show up as green and you won't have any issues entering any stores. It is much more restricted in Saudi than it is here in New York, or if anyone is joining anywhere from the US. We don't usually, even some of the restaurants, they may not even ask for your vaccination when you want to dine in and eat. But over there, they're very strict. We need to make sure these Tawakkalna apps are working. And for that, we will be taking care of your arrival registration, and we will be sending you a document, inshallah, before you depart. So just bear with us. There is a time frame to do everything. Just like you have to get the PCR done 72 hours before, just like that, we have a time frame to do the arrival registration, which we will, inshallah, start on the 21st. We would really appreciate it. Just bear with us. We will send over everything. There are this particular group is about 25 people, but the entire group is about close to 100. So we are split up into 4 buses. So just bear with us. Once we're done with everyone's arrival registration, we will, inshallah, go ahead and send that information over. It will be a PDF document which you will have with you, and you may need to show it when you're doing immigration in Saudi Arabia. Sometimes they ask for it, sometimes they don't. So I'm coming back to the topic on Tawakkalna. So this is basically something that shows your immunization record, which is your COVID-19 vaccine that you have received, whether it may be Moderna or maybe you've gotten Pfizer or Johnson and Johnson. So either one, it doesn't really matter which one you've got, as long as there is a 14-day gap, you will be considered vaccine immune. So just keep that in mind. Tawakkalna, the purpose of Tawakkalna is to show that you are vaccine immune. And then coming back to Itamarna, Itamarna is where we have to get all the permits from. So you want to go pray in Riyaz al Jannah, you have to go get a permit to pray in the Roza. You want to go give salam to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you need to go ahead and get a Prophet visit permit. You want to go pray in Makkah, you need a prayer permit. You want to go, if you want to go do Umrah, there is a Umrah permit. So we will have staff, inshallah, in Saudi Arabia, and including me and Mr. TJ Tahir Javed, who will also be speaking, inshallah, shortly. We'll have introduction for him as well. We will both be assisting along with some ground staff in Saudi. So the purpose of us going with you is to make sure everything goes smoothly. So we will be there, inshallah, with you. And this is why we're doing this. This seminar is not focused on the religious aspect of the trip. This is more focused on making sure we have the right documentation and this trip goes as smoothly as possible. So I don't want anyone to worry right now. The only thing I want everyone to do is to download both of these apps. And feel free to message inside. Let me know if I'm going too fast or if you want me to re-explain anything. We will open it up for questions at the end. So right now, just if you just need me to slow down or re-explain something, just let me know in the chat, inshallah. So both of these apps, I briefly covered what they're for, and we will be assisting you for both of the apps when we arrive in Saudi Arabia. And there is a procedure for it. So inshallah, make sure you're carrying a unlocked phone with you. And with the unlocked phone, if you have T-Mobile or if whichever carrier you have, if they give you data in Saudi Arabia, you can also carry that with you. Maybe you can have the app on that, and maybe just pick up a SIM card just for the purposes of receiving a text message every time you need to log into a tamarna. So I'm gonna back myself up a little bit because we've covered the apps. You can even download this at the airport. This is not that big of a problem. The next urgency we have is a PCR test. We need to make sure everyone gets a PCR test. I see someone hands up. If you want to come on audio and ask.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Quick question, Haruna. Can we, for example, can I have one phone, one SIM card, and just handle all the booking for my entire family?
That is a really good question. You will need to swap out the SIM card, the Saudi SIM card, each time you will try to log into your Itamarna app. And we will have some assistance for that. So we will have someone, myself, or brother Tahir Javed, or I have two staff that will also be with the group throughout the trip. So all four of us, inshallah, will be available to help you out with any of that. But yes, of course, one unlock phone is enough. You have a family of 4 or 5, or however much they may be. All you need to do is swap the SIM card out and use the code again just to log into the app to apply for your permit. That's a really good question. So it's not necessary you carry multiple phones, but at least one phone per family is very important. There are
Okay, and
locally
I was
available here, but it's always best just to have it from here.
I was gonna say, so that means that we can't register one Saudi phone number and just have everyone register on that one phone number and just get the codes for everybody on that one line, huh? Everyone's gonna need their own SIM.
Unfortunately, their system is not as simple. So we will need to get a SIM card for every individual that's traveling.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Okay, no problem. No problem. So focusing on the next topic, I really want to cover this is, I cannot emphasize this enough. We need to make sure we get our PCR test in a perfect time frame, because Saudi airline will not let you board the flight without a PCR test. Our time frame starts 2 p.m. Eastern time, basically. So 2 p.m. On Monday, which is November 22nd, we can start getting our PCR test. I highly recommend give it a couple of hours after that. So maybe get tested the evening hours, maybe 6, 7 o'clock on Monday, or even Tuesday morning is even better. Just so you can have that little gap and make sure it's a PCR test. Anywhere where you're getting tested, just make sure that you let them know that this is for traveling and they can give you the result as soon as possible. You do want to get it by Thursday. Most places in New York City, if you get tested today, they will give you the results the following morning. If anyone is outside of New York City, just make sure you ask whoever you're getting tested from when can they give you the results by, because it's very important to get these results in either Wednesday night or early Thursday morning. Because when I get to the next topic on for the airport, I do want everyone to arrive by 10 a.m. I know it's a little early. A lot of the times we're getting to the airport 3 hours before. Sometimes some people even like to go 2 hours before. But for this particular flight, I do want everyone to arrive at the airport 10 a.m. sharp, just in case, we have some documents that are misplaced or anything. There may be any reason that the counter is bothering you. We want to make sure there are quite a few places where we can go, inshallah, and we can send you to get tested and get your test result very quickly for the flight. So we want to make sure everyone is there at 10 a.m. inshallah, and we can do our check-in. Just get done with it. Just get your check-in done, inshallah, and we can move forward from there and make life easy. So just make sure you're leaving early to arrive at the airport 10 a.m. And inshallah, we will be there to talk with you at the airport, inshallah, and just to guide you if there's any other new instructions we need to give. And this is one of the purposes we have for the group, is to give you immediate information. And inshallah, when you arrive there 10 a.m. in the morning, just in case you have any issues, we want to make sure we're there to handle those issues. So inshallah, I hope everyone can make it at 10 a.m. At 10:30 a.m., we will be going inside, inshallah. Brother Omar, can you ask the questions at the end? I just have a little bit more information I want to cover.
You got it.
Okay, just give me two more things. So 10 a.m. inshallah, please arrive at the airport. And second thing I wanted to mention was a couple of things I need everyone to carry with them. You will need them throughout the trip, and that is your PPE, personal protective equipment. You want to carry any hand sanitizer, mask, or anything else you may want to use during the trip. Make sure you are carrying these things with you. This is very important. You want to carry enough stock with you. If you're using disposable masks, depending on what's your frequency of usage, maybe you change it every couple of hours, maybe once a day. Just make sure you carry enough, because like I said earlier, they are very strict in Saudi. They want you to wear your mask almost everywhere. So especially in Haram, you will be required to wear your mask. They will not let you enter in, and they are fining people if they don't wear their mask. So make sure you have your mask. And I know some questions may come up on the luggages. There are two luggages allowed, 50 pounds and one hand carry. And you can also take additional personal item. I do suggest to carry light, especially while going, so you do have enough space to carry some things back, inshallah, when you're coming on your way back. And I just wanted to talk about how the schedule is going for the group as of right now. So we leave on Thanksgiving Day, which is a Thursday. We arrive Friday morning. Inshallah, we will arrive at the hotel around 3 to 4 is what I'm approximating, inshallah, depending on how long it takes at the airport, because we do need to grab our SIM cards before we depart from there. It's very tough to get the SIM cards locally. So we will make sure, inshallah, we get our SIM cards and we can depart. Then we have our sightseeing, inshallah, on Sunday. And we will depart for Makkah on Tuesday, inshallah.
30th.
On the 30th of November, inshallah, we will depart to Makkah. And our expected Umrah will not be for that particular night. It will be basically the next day morning. So we're going to try to get permits for something between 12 and 3 or 3 and 6 for the Umrah permits. And inshallah, the sightseeing in Makkah will be on December 2nd. And we depart from Saudi Arabia back to the US, inshallah, on December 4th. And of course, as we go along, we're going to provide all these minor details. And before I continue and open it up for questions, I do want to introduce, I am hosting this group with Brother Tahir Javed, and me and him, we will be co-hosting this group, inshallah, and doing the khidmat for everyone and taking care of everyone. So I do want to make sure he can come on audio and talk to you guys, inshallah. And then we'll open up for questions.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So it's honor for us to host you guys for Umrah and this sacred trip to Makkah and Medina. And inshallah, myself with Harun will be there to serve you and we have a very professional ground staff at Medina, at Makkah, and at the Jeddah airport. So, with this introduction, if you have any question, me and Harun are here, and we will be available, inshallah, at the JFK and Jeddah airport, as well as in Medina in hotel while we are checking in. So if you have any question, you can post one of your group thing, and we can answer your questions. Jazakumullah khair.
All right, inshallah. There is one more person I do want to introduce before I open it up for questions. We also have brother Tariq Siddiqui from Pennsylvania. He is one of our representatives in Pennsylvania, and he will also be with this group, inshallah. So, brother Tariq, if you would like to come and say a couple of words before we open it up for questions, inshallah.
Unmute him.
Tariq bhai, you are still on mute. Just
You can mute him.
Okay. Okay. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Tariq Siddiqui. I'm very glad for so I'm host to you guys and with the Umrah in Saudi Arabia. A couple of days I'm with you, and if you have any question, any time, any day, call me and text me and email. So Zakatullah. Assalamu alaikum.
all right. Thank you, brother Tariq Siddiqui. Brother Umar, you were asking a question earlier. I want to apologize.
Yeah, no problem. I had just a couple of questions. So first question is if you will be providing like the little knapsacks that you provided last trip, if you're going to be providing that for carrying stuff. Second question is if we are entering Makkah on one day and doing Umrah on a different day, what are we doing in terms of entering state of Ihram? Are we going to be going to the miqat separately in the morning from there and then returning? So that's one question. And third question is if you're going to be feeding us turkey at the airport 10 a.m.
Inshallah, let me see what I can arrange food wise. Let's get that out of the way first. So you asked very important questions. I do want to clarify why I said we're not doing it the same day. What I meant by that was when we're departing to Makkah, usually by the time we get there, there's usually a lot of delays, in Miqat. Sometimes it takes a little bit extra time. We do recommend everyone, actually we require everyone to wear the ihram at the hotel so we can quickly get out of Miqat and we can continue on with our journey. We just stop there for our intention. So it does delay the trip, and we want to make sure that we don't miss our Umrah appointment. That's very important. So we will arrive there the same day. You can go there, rest, and go after midnight to do your Umrah. That's what our focus is, to make sure you don't miss your appointment. There are appointments available. They're usually in 3-hour time slots. So it will be from 9 to 12 or from 12 to 3 or from 3 to 6. That's also a very highly recommended time frame to take, from 3 to 6. So you can go do your Umrah and maybe catch Fajr right there in the Sehen. So it's important we give it a little bit of gap so we don't miss our Umrah appointment. And this is something that I do want to clarify. We want to make sure we have enough gap when we arrive in Makkah. And the bags, inshallah, we will be giving out the bags at the airport. That is also another purpose why we need everyone to show up at 10 a.m. So you can check in and make sure everything goes smoothly, and we can hand you over the bags. And we usually give like a little tag that you can also carry, so we know, because with everyone having their mask on, we do want to make sure we recognize everyone who is traveling with the group. And the easiest way to see everyone, inshallah, wearing our backpacks, and we can tell from far away.
And Harun, I'm sorry, one more question I just remembered. When we're walking around Medina and Makkah, meaning not inside the masjid but in terms of the street, we do not require masks at that time. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct. It's just the policy is for indoors. Like when you're in your room, you don't need to wear your mask. But when you enter the lobby, you do need to wear your mask. So you enter the lobby, you wear your mask. You go upstairs in your room, you don't have to wear your mask, of course. So it's in terms of any shared indoor public spaces where they require you to wear masks. Same like the U.S. You're going anywhere, traveling in the plane or whatsoever. You do need to wear your mask in any closed space.
Okay. And in terms of Zamzam water, are we going to be allowed to bring back Zamzam?
As of right now, they are not allowing it. I'm hoping like slowly they're easing restrictions. A lot of news has recently been coming out. There's also a lot of fake news that is coming out. I do want to mention over here. There's a news that's going around the community. People are saying people over 50 cannot go perform Umrah. Please keep in mind that we have already spoke to our people in Saudi, and there is no authentic information related to that where over 50 people cannot do Umrah. And Zamzam, as they're easing restrictions, they're also planning to start tawaf permits only for the first and second floor. For the top floors, they will allow tawaf, inshallah, in the near future, and they will have permits for that. So inshallah, let's hope they have that activated before we arrive over there.
Inshallah. And in terms of immigration, when we are returning to the United States, for dates, we have to let immigration know that those are dry dates, correct? Not fresh
Yes,
dates, right?
inshallah,
Otherwise, they get confiscated.
we're going to be covering this stuff again in details when we arrive in Saudi. The main purpose of this meeting is to make sure everyone has Etamarna Tawakkalna downloaded. They're getting their PCR test either Monday evening, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, or Tuesday morning, and making sure it's a PCR test, and making sure they can get the results before the flight. We will be taking care of the arrival registration, and anyone that we missed, inshallah, we will post when we're done with everyone's arrival registration. If there's anyone that we haven't sent it to, we will just post in the groups just so you can reach out to us directly and let us know you haven't received it so we can send it over. And then we want to make sure we get the SIM cards when we arrive in Jeddah before we depart for Medina. This is very important. We want to make sure we can get all the permits while we're traveling to Medina. We don't want to waste any time for this trip. So inshallah, as soon as we arrive, we want you to check in. We want you to utilize maximum time in Haram. That's the main purpose of this trip. So inshallah, anyone who has joined late, I do want to let you know we will be posting this video up as well, just to make sure anyone who has missed any of the information or any of the questions, we want to make sure everyone can get that information. Before I close it up, I want to make sure if there's anyone else who has any questions or any clarifications anyone needs, so we can answer that before we...
There's a question from ICDK too.
Okay, give me a second.
You want me to open it from my side?
Yes, please.
No, you have to let them know to open it, but you can't
Anyone who has a question, they can come on audio right now, inshallah, and ask their questions.
Brother Wasif, you have any question?
You have to unmute yourself when you're asking questions.
Yeah, the question is, hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Could we do only one Umrah? Because you used to do one Umrah, then you go to Miqat and you could do the Haram over there and come back, another Umrah.
You can do multiple Umrahs. Once you're done with your first Umrah, you need to reapply for the permit. And like I said, we're there for assisting everyone. So inshallah, once you're done with your first Umrah, then we can apply for your second Umrah permits. They have removed a lot of these restrictions.
Oh, so every time you have to apply get the permission?
Yes, there is no one permit that you just apply for one permit. It's each time you need to do a Umrah, you need to apply for a permit. And I do want to clarify, in Makkah, we need to apply for the permits daily. So after Isha prayer, you can apply for the next 5 prayer permits. So Makkah gets a little bit more complicated. Medina is a little bit simpler. You
for prayer, also you have to apply for permit for the prayer in the Haram?
In Makkah, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone who's not speaking, please, if you can place yourself on mute, inshallah. So anything you need to do, inshallah, you do need to apply for your permits. Anyone else has any more questions before we end the meeting?
I Siddiqui raised his hands.
I Siddiqui, if you want to
Open your mic.
unmute yourself, inshallah.
So the bag you supply, you do have what including the bag you're going down the airport. What is going to include that? You have to buy the.
It's
ihram
basically a string bag. The reason why we give it is so when you go into haram, you should have like a small plastic bag. You can put your slippers in there, and basically you can just enter into haram. You don't need to worry about losing your shoes. That's the main.
we have to buy the ihram.
Yes, when you arrive in Medina, please do not buy the ihram from here.
No, I mean, when you go to first we go to Medina, first we go to Makkah.
We're going to Medina first.
Oh, we go to Medina first.
Yes, we're going to Medina first, inshallah.
I thought we were going to Makkah first.
Because of the permit restrictions, we've made this group Medina first.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I Siddiqui, I see your hand is up. If you want to unmute yourself, inshallah, if you have any questions, or maybe type it in the chat.
No question. Just Harun explain him. Everyone haram in Medina by self.
Yeah, inshallah.
Right.
In the past, basically you do want to get your ihram according to your own needs. In the past, we have had a lot of issues. Sometimes, people complain it's too thick, it's too thin. So according to the weather and how you feel more comfortable lengthwise, is best to choose your own ihram. Ihrams are usually 40-50 reals over there, about $10-15. It's not that big of an expense. And this is a really good topic. I did forget to cover this. Please make sure you're carrying enough cash, approximately $10 per meal per day. Breakfast is covered in the package, so please don't worry about breakfast. And the breakfast is really good, so I wouldn't even worry about lunch. But if you need to have lunch, make sure you carry enough cash for that. I also missed out on medication. If you take any medication, please carry your medication with you. This is very important.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me, brother?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to ask some question, but brother Omar has already asked that, and you answered that question.
Okay, perfect.
Well, we're coming from Atlanta, so no problem.
Yeah, inshallah, brother. We'll see you. Just make sure wherever you're getting the PCR, just make sure they can email it to you, so you have it available for the flight, inshallah.
Yes, we are doing PCR on Tuesday morning, and we'll be leaving on Wednesday. We are from morning flight. We're coming to New York. We're gonna stay for a day, because the early morning flight, I'm not easy with that. So, I mean, I'll be there a day before, so that will be easier for us. We don't have a chance to miss the flight.
Inshallah, no, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah. Right.
So, inshallah, we're here. I'm going to be with the group, inshallah. Brother Tahir Javed will be with the group, inshallah, and we will also post it in. I know I've stopped all the messages, is because we don't want anyone to miss the information. I am planning to make another group if you guys want to talk to each other, inshallah. We will be working on all those things. But as of right now, inshallah, we're going to meet at the airport. So,
okay, brother, I'm sorry to cut you. One more question. Are we traveling from Jeddah airport to Medina by road, or we'll take a flight?
We're going by road.
By road.
By road.
All right. No problem. No problem. Okay. Thank you very much. All right.
No problem, brother.
Brother, is there actually a schedule for like the trips overall? Like what dates we are in Medina, when we're leaving, what time?
We do have a schedule. Yeah. But like I'm telling you, we don't want any information to get buried in. I will be sharing a Umrah guide in there. I will be sharing a schedule in there. The day of or the day before the flight, the first thing I need to make sure everyone gets their PCR, and all of this information is available in front of them. Okay. We're staying 4 nights in Medina, and we're staying 4 nights in Makkah. So I did mention some dates earlier. On Sunday, November 28th, we will be doing our sightseeing in Medina, inshallah. On Tuesday, November 30th, we will depart to Makkah. Thursday, December 2nd, we will be doing our sightseeing in Makkah. And inshallah, on 4th December, we will be departing back to New York.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, inshallah. I'm going to end the meeting over here, inshallah, and looking forward to seeing everyone at the airport.
Thank you, brother. Wa alaikum salam. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wa alaykum as-salam.